Hey gamers, welcome to the next session in Thursday's group for my Mutants and Masterminds campaign for Days Long Gone. Hey gamers, welcome back to Game Master's Dungeon. I am Brian, your Game Master. And today's session is going to be the session we're going to do before the finale of the campaign for both Thursday and Friday's group. In this episode, we're going to see Friday and Thursday's group kind of coming together for the first time in like an Avengers Justice League type moment. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get anybody from Friday to come over into Thursday's group just because of, everybody's got other plans going on, which is totally fine. So I have to role play the members from Friday's game in this group. So we'll see how well I do, and hope you're going to enjoy this. So with that, let's go ahead and jump on in and see what happens. All right, so start with a recap. What happened last time in Alpha City?
Well, we made friends with Sterling, got him on our side, more or less.
Yeah, I wouldn't maybe not say like friends. You guys aren't going to go out for tea, but
we've made alliances with Sterling.
Yeah. Desperate alliance in the face of a greater threat.
I wouldn't really so much say desperate, but definitely an alliance. I'll go with that one.
Wouldn't give him the satisfaction.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We need you, Sterling, please.
Yes.
All right.
Maybe if things go well, we can form a bowling league and invite him.
Yeah, it'll be like it'll be like at the after credits scene. Like you guys, Friday's team, some of the people that they've met, Sterling and some of his cronies. You guys are all in like a bowling league with your bowling shirts on. He's just like, oh, you superpower bastards, you're cheating.
Sterling, you have to do better than that.
And then a fight erupts, and then it cuts to like the last half of the credits.
What do you mean? This is a perfectly legal cartoon ball.
This is perfectly legit. It's the same size.
Sterling just can't handle getting whipped like that.
He's like, I will not. He's like, in his bowling shirt.
Go home, Sterling, you're drunk.
He's like, well, I'm gonna go for nachos. He comes back with nachos and sits down and sulks while he eats his nachos and drinks his beer.
Someone's being a sore loser. Again.
To be real, that sounds like my family bowling night.
Oh man. All right, so you made alliance with Sterling for the threat to come. What else?
We found out that our psychic's girlfriend is apparently working with the other team.
Psychic's girlfriend. Oh yes. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, Psychic's. Oh yeah. So Kazi. So his character. So his girlfriend got a phone call from somebody that is apparently it's one of the guys from the other group. And you guys were trying to think of why they would be calling her. Did you guys ever figure it out? Did you guys think about it after the last game? Like how?
Gonna be honest, I went brain dead after the last game and didn't think about it.
To be fair, I forgot everything that happened last game.
Oh, now you're making me feel bad. Now I'm just.
It's not that. It's just that I've had a lot of things on my mind.
/rude.
It's okay,
That
guys.
might even be upgraded to hashtag rude.
Now Brian's gonna go have to post on r/D&D about how he has a player who's not engaged and what should he do about it.
I remembered every other game perfectly except for the last one. I remember how it ended with the phone call and someone needing to meet with us, and Sterling becoming our ally. But that's all I remembered.
Taking notes for another GM study group, unengaged players, and how to correct.
I feel like
The beatings will continue until the players are engaged.
Yes. Oh, yes. And then my character died suddenly and randomly.
It's like, all right, save or die. What? Yep, just roll it. Roll
Really,
what?
the only
Just roll
other
it.
thing that we did was discover a power anomaly on the grid and a possible location for Rash's goings on.
Yeah, that's really, those are the main points. Then there was just, conversation and stuff.
The bants.
Yep.
Dealing with angry girlfriends.
And of course, like, the world's got to end, so it's not making it any better. You're like, oh, don't give me this world-ending BS. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
doing
Oh,
the-
yeah. That's right. That's right. We're organizing an end of the world party, aren't we? Or is that a
Oh, yeah.
joke? Was that a joke or is that a real thing? Are we organizing an end of the world party?
I think that was a sarcastic Natalie comment.
Yes, I believe so. I believe that was. I think she was sarcastic, but was she?
I mean, I'd go to that party.
I gotta cue up the music here. Wait a minute.
Are you going to
I
hold a
think
sign up to
she's-
the alien saying, take me, take me?
Bring back Elvis. So there was some banter going on. The other group calls Natalie. You guys are all together at the where did I leave you off at? The restaurant, right?
Yep.
Let me get everybody's thing open here. Right. Okay. Yeah, you guys were having like lunch, so Natalie shows up, and then Amanda, is that her name, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, so Amanda shows up. Seems relatively calm in the face of the world maybe coming to an end. She could be in shock. But
She's
you don't know.
compromised.
She could be in shock.
She's compromised. She's mind controlled, actually. Spoiler alert.
All right, time to give her an elbow to the temple. Cognitive readjustment.
Lord. She's like, oh, what happened? Where am I? Why does my face hurt?
You fell hard, repeatedly,
Oh.
into my elbow.
Oh, man. All right, so we'll pick up. Let's get to the restaurant. Where are we?
Yes, and GM, let's remember to move the player flag this time.
Nah. I don't think I'm going to do that.
Player
Good
flag
boy.
is overrated.
Yeah, this is so bourgeois, so boring. I want to be like talking about stuff that you're supposed to see, but you don't see it, that nobody says anything for 5 minutes. Be like, yeah, Brad, okay. We don't see anything, actually. What?
I don't see anything. I'm looking at a blank screen.
That's good, because remember, you're dead. Right? We just went over that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, if you can't see your token, I don't know what the problem is, because you're right there. I see you. Hi.
Oh yeah. Now I see it. It was just
Yeah,
seemed weird.
Yeah, because everybody's way. Remember, we're like in the back. We're in the back of the restaurant. Quiet.
Oh,
Hush, hush.
we upgraded power level, right?
How many points y'all at?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
should
got
be
upgraded to power level 8.
Okay, all right. So I guess we'll go over expenditures then. Did you guys spend all your stuff yet, or no?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Well, we'll go with you then. So, what did you buy there, Shadow Dragon?
So, to the great relief of my teammates, I'm sure, I have finally put selective on my shadow cloud,
Yay!
Nice.
and I spent everything else on giving my character a badass sword that is linked to weakened stamina.
All right. Where did you get the sword? What's the story behind it?
I pulled it straight out of the void. It is made from pure shadow fire.
Nice.
Fantastic. Now, something that you always have, or something that you conjure?
Well, it's not like a physical sword that I have to draw. It just materializes in my hand whenever I need it.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
In the business, we call that a damage effect.
The business. I like that. Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah, I know. It could have been something that, you create or whatever out of whatever. Several ways to do something like that, so. All right, easy enough. And then the selective is going to be very nice for you guys, so you're not constantly blind when he decides to, do his thing. All right, Sketch. What did you spend points on?
I spent some points on my defense is pretty decently, and then I spent the
Okay, yeah.
and
I'm just
boosted my
looking here.
my damage and accuracy up a little bit.
Okay. Easy enough, right?
So now my muscle form hits harder, is more accurate, and same thing with my missile. Each of those has 2 extra points of damage, and I think like two or 4 extra points of accuracy. I think it's 2. And my dodge and parry is up to 8. My fortitude's up to 6. My toughness is up to 5, and my will is up to 9.
Okay.
So I can dodge things and take hits better.
Nice. That's always good, right? So you don't die at the very end. You make it all the way to the end, and you're like, oh shit.
Spoilers.
Oh damn. My bad. I mean, no. Everything's gonna be A-okay. All right, Zorro. What'd we do?
Well, I went relatively easy. I decided, since I've been doing a lot of dodge parry and, getting hit a lot, I went ahead and threw 3 points into dodge, parry, fortitude, and toughness. And then with the remaining points, I tossed it all into wrestling. So now I can wrestle better.
Pro wrestler now.
That's right. I'm stepping my game up.
That's right, man. Gonna be on WWE or whatever's exists in this world here pretty soon.
Oh, heck no, man. Lucha Underground.
Alrighty, sounds good. Easy enough. Yeah, poor Kazi. Hopefully he'll make it for the last episode, but we'll have to see. All right, so let's pick up here. So you guys went into the back of the kitchen, and nobody else is around. Everybody else is up front working, and you guys are all kind of like standing around in this little like football huddle. Natalie's got her phone. She's just holding it out right there, and this voice on the other end identifies himself as Mordecai, and they need to talk.
Can I use my well-informed to know who Mordecai is already?
Sure, you can make a roll. Let's see.
Nope.
You're like, yeah.
Can you spell that?
M-O.
Is that M as in Mary or N as in Nancy?
Wait, wasn't Mordecai that villain from Sherlock Holmes? Yeah, that's where he was, yeah.
There's a moment of silence on the other end. It's like, quick-witted, I see, he says. As I know, my friends, I believe that we have a common goal, and I believe that my friends and I can help you, and you can help us.
With what exactly?
He's like, well, I'm assuming you're all aware of the Rash situation?
Huh?
Aware, plotting and planning his downfall.
He's like, I believe that we may have some information that might help us in that. Excuse me. I would like to meet and share information.
Well, I would like to know how the heck you got this individual's phone number and knew that they would be with us at this time.
There's a moment of silence. He's like, that would be difficult to explain over the phone. I would rather explain things like that in person, in a more confidential meeting place.
Fine, but we get to pick the location.
Like you hear it sounds like he's talking to some other people in the background.
I know a good warehouse.
Ooh. There's like 3 or 4 of them I think I've used. So he comes back. He's like, agreed. Where would you like to meet?
Are you guys okay with me just spouting something off, or did y'all want to meet him at the same art studio?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Oh, what the heck? Let's take it to the studio.
All right, literary symmetry. So I tell him the address of the art studio, the animation studio that's been decommissioned.
Oh, okay. The one where you met
Sterling, yeah.
Yeah, recycle.
Recycling the maps, saving me work. Fantastic.
Yeah,
See, we care about our GM.
sometimes.
Thank you. Ooh. I'm not sulking at all. You can't see it.
I swear, some players are just dying to have their characters dead.
I'm working it. I'm plotting and scheming, baby. I'm plotting and scheming. I got all day.
Just remember
okay.
who's got your back, Brian.
All right, man. I got you. I will remember you with bonus experience, bonus PowerPoints.
Woo woo!
So, all right. So he's as you're reading it off, it sounds like he's like ready now. He's like, okay. He's like, all right. We'll meet there in an hour.
See you then.
He's like, be safe until then. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. And she Natalie takes her phone and she's looking, she's like, what in the hell are you, what is going on?
That's a question we would like to ask you.
Me? What do you mean? I don't know anything. I don't know how these people know my number.
Right.
She's like, really? I got some weird call yesterday, but I just hung up. It was from some weirdo, wrong number, I don't know. And then, then this guy calls today. I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm going to look over at Shadow and just raise an eyebrow.
I'm going to look back at Amy and raise an eyebrow.
Oh, she's over here. I guess she'll wander over. Hear you guys talking. She shrugs. You see, what is this character's name again? See, now I'm failing here. Oh, so James, he's like, guys, she's telling the truth. I've sensed it. Like, she looks at him. She's like, are you reading my mind? She gives him the glare. That 1,000-yard stare. He's like, puts his hands up. He's like, hey, I'm only trying to alleviate the situation.
Maybe he wouldn't have to if you were better at communicating your feelings.
She glares at you. She's like, what does that mean?
I think you know what it means.
She's like,
now we've got places to be.
She's like, you don't know anything about me. Starts waving a finger at you.
I ignore her.
You see in this whole time, like, Amanda's just kind of like standing there off to the side from the group, just kind of like watching everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of stick by her side at this point because this might come down to blows, and the ninja might not walk away from it. All I gotta say is she pulls off the shoes.
It's not going to help her unless she has dark vision.
Boof, and you just run away.
Smoke does not stop pissed off woman.
She will tear down the entire building. She'll get you eventually.
The grenades start flying at that point, man.
Grenades. All right, so you guys got about an hour to be down there.
All right, let's beat the street.
So you guys, what? Oh, go ahead.
I will make my make sure Amy understands what's going on, what I have to do, and I'll head on out that way.
Why are you telling Amy what you have to do?
Because I, sir, do not fancy living in the doghouse.
Wait, sorry, you mean Amanda?
Yes, Amanda. Sorry, but Steve.
Ooh, now you're really in the doghouse.
Oh,
man.
Ooh, he's calling out another woman.
Oh
She's
yeah.
all like, "You cheating on me?"
No, I know I'm fucked, and not in a good way.
Oh,
He
now
just
you got
grabs the knife from the counter and slits your throat.
just. Ping! She's like, "I don't care what the hell you turn into. I'm gonna get you. You gotta sleep eventually." No, actually, she's surprisingly calm. And but she asks if she can go along.
I'm going to look to the other three. And go. It shouldn't be dangerous if you want to. I don't mind. I'm going to look at the other three like, guys, what are y'all thinking?
So my character is instantly suspicious. And he narrows his eyes and shakes his head.
She's like, "What? I just want to meet your new friends. Anybody that's going to be hanging out with my man and his friends got to be okay by me."
It's up to you, Zorro.
All right. My only issue is if it gets dangerous, get out of Dodge. Don't think. Don't ask twice. Just go.
She's like, "Get out of Dodge." Okay, I can do that.
Unless you've been holding out on me.
She's like, "What? Holding what? I'm sorry?"
Unless you've been holding out a hidden power that I don't know about.
She's like, she thinks for a minute. No. And she just smiles.
All right, what smile is it exactly that she's giving me?
It's like that, like when you watch anime or whatever, then there's this moment where they think and they're just they say no, and then they just they smile, put their hand on their face.
Never mind, I buy it completely.
Hypnotoad.
Yep, you're like, okay, yeah, sweet, fantastic. I'm so glad you understand. Natalie, though, she's like, "I'm not having any of this." You guys go do your thing. You're saving the world, whatever you need to do. You all just need to come back safe.
Sounds like the standard operating procedure to me.
James just takes her by the hand. He's like, "Don't worry, sweetheart." Pats the hand. "Everything will be okay. I swear to you." She's like, "Oh, you're so confident." All right. Then Amy fully comes into the kitchen. She's like, "So, looks like the time is about upon us. Do you believe that this is a wise course of action, my student?"
I look at Amanda with open suspicion. And I say, "I'm not sure, but at this point, if we're going to take down Rash, we're going to need help. And this could very well be some kind of trap, but I think we should at least try."
She taps her can on the ground. She's like, "I understand. I trust in your decision." You hear a
Then
bell.
we're probably dead.
She just smiles, and, and then you hear a bell, like an order up bell. She's like, "Oh, that's me." She's like, "Good luck." She goes back into the kitchen. Natalie goes to leave. Let me get you guys here. All right, so we are gonna go.
A traveling across town montage is the fastest way to get to the secret meeting location.
Wait, what are we traveling in this time?
The Shadowmobile.
Because We haven't driven off into anything unique in the last game session or two. We already had the magic carpet, we had the APC, then we had nothing and nothing.
No, wait, we took my van to the place the first time.
I still think the carpet was the best.
I'm summoning a
Yeah.
wrestling ring on wheels.
No, Jesus, that's not going to draw attention at all. You're just but you're like obeying the traffic laws. You're just like up to the stoplight, and you guys are just
It
standing
even
in the
has
ring.
turn signals on it.
You're just like whip whip. It's got wide load sticker on the back of it. All right. So how do you guys get there? The ring on wheels?
I imagine we just walked like the same way we got there last time, really.
Okay. All right. So
Last time, to remember things. Yeah, we took my van last time. I remember because we had to stop for gas and
yeah.
Slim Jims.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. We got the old, that old '80s van with the white, with the wood panel trim and all that. I don't know. Maybe it's a nice van, but. All right. So you guys arrive. Do you guys arrive like early?
Sterling's
You
not
guys-
chasing after us, so I guess that means we don't have to be super.
I think we should get there early so we can get the drop on them.
Yeah, at least 15 minutes early.
Okay. All right. So you guys kind of walk at a hurried pace to make sure you get there quickly. So let me get you guys. Let me situate you all outside.
And assuming nothing funny is going on when we get there, I would like to get up into the rafters the same way I did last time.
Okay. All right. Don't worry, I'm moving the flag too. I'm just getting everybody set up here. Whack. All right. So you guys all arrive outside. So let's see. Do I have the doors shut? No, I do not. Okay. So you guys can kind of like orient yourself inside the building however you want.
Alright.
Oh, I said I'm going to put myself here with the assumption that I'm up in the ceiling.
Okay.
With
In the
the
rafters.
with my invisibility power engaged.
Man, it's a good thing my computer's glitching out and I can't see anything. Luckily, I can see everything. Let's see if I can actually get this stuff.
You want me to just move you? No, I'll move you inside the building, then maybe that will.
Yeah.
Once I get over to this forklift-looking thing, I'll go ahead and have a snack.
So you hit it and you Hulk out. Ish, looch out.
Summon a pair of chairs.
You just like you sit down. Some
Yep.
tea.
I can't quite create that yet. Well, actually, I could.
Technically. But is that a ring weapon though? Hot tea?
No, it's not.
Thrown in the face?
Just
Actually,
burn that
no.
PowerPoint and power stunt it early.
Actually, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually summon 2 of the ring folding tables
Mhm.
and chairs all the way around.
All right. We're having like a little summit here, a little conference.
That's right. We're going to have a conference. And, of course, also a place for the lady to sit. That would be just rude.
Make tables. Tables. Table. Gotta find a half decent looking table. I'm just gonna use this basic generic ass table here. Right. And then I won't worry about chairs, but is this where you want them, or do you want them over here more?
Yeah, right about where you're putting them right now is good.
Okay. And then you guys can kind of adjust yourselves. Shadow, you're going to stay up in the rafters.
Yeah, at least for now.
Okay.
We will confuse them with our low numbers.
You will disorient them with your wait. What?
Precisely.
I don't remember a girl. All right, is everybody situated where they want to be?
Yeah, I have switched back to tablet because this PC is being mean to me.
Okay, because you're like way off to the side. You want me to move you closer to the table?
I just oh, everyone's all the way over there. Yeah, I guess I'll. Yeah.
Sheesh, man. It was a party.
I didn't even see the rest of the party. But now I can. It's great. At least I can use the PC for rolling my character at the very least.
And then I need... nope, that's not the right one. What did I do with everybody? Hold on. I have to find the other group.
You banished them
Oh, there.
all to the dark quarter of Hades.
No, I forgot I stuck them in their, like in their lair thing.
The Shadow Realm.
I mean, ish. Okay. All right. So you guys get there probably like 15-20 minutes early. You get everything all set up right, and you guys are waiting. You're waiting, and you're checking the time. It's like 5 minutes until the meeting time. Tensions are kind of high. You're like you don't know these people. Like, is this a trap? Is the building gonna explode? Like, are they gonna be cool? Like, there's all these kind of things running through your mind.
Did anybody have any tea?
Everybody looks around. James is like, no, I did not bring any tea. I must have left it at home.
All right, I'm back. If y'all have been waiting for me, sorry.
Waiting patiently. No, we're just getting set up here. So now it's about 5 minutes until when the meeting's supposed to take place. You haven't heard anything, seen anything. No traps have been sprung. Just saying, tensions and anxieties are kind of getting high. Like, you don't know how this is going to go down, right? You don't know these people. Are they working for the bad guy? You don't know. Time ticks down. It's 4 minutes until. Then it's 3, and then it's 2, and then it's like 1 minute.
Nervously snacking on a Slim Jim.
You're just like, and then let's see if it'll put them in here. And then you feel the air begins to kind of feel like electrified almost. Like you can feel there's something in the air. You can feel this energy pulsing through the air. Then you see on the ground. Let me see if I can find it again. Let me find my thing. Where is it? Let me get this thing. Right. Mm-hmm. You see this sigil begin to etch itself into the ground, 10 or 15 feet away from you guys. You're like,
I think we're about to have company.
And then, gotta go back. And then this energy starts to fill the air, and then it was this blinding flash. And then when you look again, there's 4 people are standing inside this circle that's now kind of think of it Thor when they used the Bifrost. kind of burns into the ground or whatever.
It's time to duel.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Huh. Summoning circle. Should remember that for later.
Sitting on. Organize some more in the middle. There we go. Make it look more epic. There we go. There's a blinding flash, and you guys all look again, and you see these four guys standing there. They kind of like move around.
Well, looks like some people like to make a fancy entrance.
So this man steps forward. He's like, "Greetings, friends. My name is Mordecai. We spoke on the phone."
Have a seat, gentlemen, and we'll continue our discussions.
So he'll come over here, he'll sit here. This guy with like robotic arms and he's wearing like a gas mask and almost like a combat suit. He comes over and sits down. This guy comes over here and sits down. Well, he's technically there we go. And then this guy, he doesn't look like his token does right now, but he's. Let me see if I get some descriptions here. So I can just show you. So the token that's labeled Frostfang looks like this guy. Get that show to you guys.
I'm not seeing anything.
Negative.
Uh-uh.
All right, hold on. Okay, so if you guys look at,
Did you put it in our notes?
so it should be in your journals now.
Vincent
got it.
Wilhelm.
Yeah, you don't know his name, but that's just what he looks like outside of his wolf form. Player knowledge wise, he's the werewolf guy.
Who is this rudderless hippie and how do I get away from him?
Oh, I should probably be taking notes on dialogue because I have to rerun this whole session tomorrow.
It's good thing you're recording it, right?
I know, right?
That's the way.
Let's see, and then yeah, so basically, then this guy Mordecai, the guy that's the Vanished, is the name of the token. He looks kind of John Constantine-ish. With the coat, the tie, and he's an older guy. How old is he? He's in his 40s. He's in his mid 40s. Scruffy, he's got some scruff going, a little bit of flecks of gray in the hair. Then you see the other guy over here, the one that's named the Prophet. He looks, think like Yugi, but without the wild ass yellow goofy hair. He's a younger guy. This is. Let me get his sheet here. Yeah, so he's early 20s. He's got amber eyes, dark brown hair. He seems kind of unassuming. Seems like just a young guy. He's smiling, Everybody seems kind of like, but everybody's kind of like tense. Everybody like takes their seats and sits down. There's a moment of silence among all of you.
Huh?
Then, so Mordecai is sitting next to you, Zora. He's like, "Well, friends, thank you for agreeing to meet us."
Not a problem, but there's plenty of questions to be answered.
And there are plenty of questions to be asked as well. So, shall we cut to the thick of it then?
That would likely be for the best. Let's start with the obvious one. Explain your trick with the girl.
He's like, "Can you be more specific, please?"
That's
How did you know
rapey.
where we were? And how did you get in touch? How did you use her to contact us?
He's like, well, that's a multi-layered question. How I knew where you all were, I have the ability to perceive basically through distance. Basically, I can scry. Do you understand you know what scrying is?
Yes.
You used a crystal ball and found us.
Like, he looks at his other three friends. They all kind of... there is a crystal ball. Yes. The crystal ball, no. The crystal ball didn't show us where you were at the restaurant. I'm able to look over distances, like project my vision. Once I knew where you were, I was able to then project my vision into the restaurant. And then he's like, oh, so how I knew the girl's phone number? Well, see, that's where the crystal ball comes in. The crystal ball gave me a vision. He points to James, Kazi's character. He's like, I saw a vision of you writing on a piece of paper a phone number that you gave to... I forget who he gave it to. I think he gave it to Zorro, I think. Maybe he gave it to all of you. Basically, it was when he, for player knowledge, is when you guys broke him out of jail, right? He didn't have a cell phone, and he gave you his girlfriend's number if you needed to contact him.
Hmm.
Saying he had like written it on a napkin or a piece of paper and gave it to you, and then the crystal ball showed him that like part of the past, and then they were able to get the number off the napkin.
Okay. So that explains parts 1 and parts 2. So how'd you do the mind control?
He looks at his friends. Mind control?
Well, she sure as hell didn't seem to remember answering the phone.
Looks like I don't know. I don't know anything about mind control.
Hmm.
Could you explain the situation in more detail?
I'm just going to look over at Sketch and what do you think?
Well, what I think is that we spent quite a bit of time on the pleasancies. Why don't we just get straight down to business?
You see, so the guy with the metal arms, he's like, down the business. I respect that. Now you can have your friend come out of the rafters up there and join us. We mean you no harm. As he looks up there, like looking around.
So I'll land right here.
Yeah, so you come down all nice and stealthy like out of the rafters. I'm like, please join us.
I've been here the whole time.
Well, yes, up in the rafters, making sure we're not doing anything shifty, right? Like I said, we mean you no harm. Please, he points to one of the empty chairs that was made. Join us.
Are there empty chairs?
Yeah, there's probably one like in these corners.
I would have made sure there was enough chairs for everybody. Just kept one kind of hidden a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I could have made the tables bigger, but then I just, there we go. So then, Sketch, the guy sitting next to you, says,
Yeah.
It's like, so what can we help you with? You wanna get to business? What business do you wish to discuss first?
Well, there is the let's look over to Zora. About how much time left do we have until we have to stop the world from ending? Few hours.
Everybody kind of checks their watch. I'm trying to think.
24 hours, I think, at this point, because we've kind of killed a lot of time.
Yeah, we'll say you got about a day. We'll say it's like a little afternoon-ish. Yeah. you probably have about till about noon or so, noon 1 o'clock tomorrow.
What do y'all know about Rash's plans and locations and whereabouts?
It's like, well, all right. So this is Mordecai speaking here. This guy right here, the Vanished. He's like, all right, well, we'll do it as a trade. I'll give you information. You give us information. Do we have an accord?
You're worried about a trade. I'm worried about saving the world.
He's like, touche, my friend, but you can never be too careful in these times.
Here's the thing. I've gotten Sterling off of our backs. As a matter of fact, I kind of have a rough alliance with them. So let's cut the crap and let's get done what we got to get done.
He looks at the other three. They all kind of nod. I'm like, all right. So we know that Rash has stolen an experimental power generator from the SPD's research division.
And he's going to use that to supercharge a mutant by the name of Rupert who has gravitational powers.
I guess we've gathered that. And you understand what happens if he's able to do that?
Depends on which way he decides to go with it. Negation means we all learn to fly. Increase means we take over the place of the sun.
Either way, it's not going to be tomorrow afternoon is not going to be a good day. Now we attempted to track the device, but unfortunately our plans were foiled by Rash. So we don't know exactly where the generator is.
Well, interesting enough, we might be able to help with that. I'm just going to look over my shoulder at Shadow.
We noticed a power anomaly on the grid in an old industrial area. We've isolated it to a single building. We think that's where Rash might be holding the equipment and performing whatever experiment he is.
Okay, so do you know what type of generator this is or what it looks like?
So Punch Drunk speeds up. The guy with the mechanical arms, he pulls out it's like a phone computer thing out of his pocket. He starts punching in from some information. He's like, we do. It's a large cylindrical device. It's super experimental. We don't have a whole lot of information about it, but also we do know that there was some other types of materials that were taken from different parts of the city, from different warehouses and things. Obviously, he needs the generator, and then he needs all of this other stuff to construct the device that's going to channel and magnify this Rupert's ability to control gravity. Also, one of the leading research scientists that was working on the generator has been kidnapped along with the generator as well. So obviously Rash needs her expertise to get it all put together.
All right. But you have an idea what it looks like, but you don't know what it looks like exactly.
So Mordecai speaks up. He's like, well, I was able to get in there close enough to it to attempt to put a tracking device on it. It's got like a white outer casing. It's all like self-contained. It looks like the top lifts, and it has these I don't know what kind of material it is. These rods on the inside that produce vast amounts of energy. It's a relatively small device, maybe only 10 feet diameter, and it's about 9 feet tall.
All right. So I'm going to use the information I have. to basically like create like a small model of it to see if I'm understanding what he's saying about it.
Okay, make a roll. All right, fantastic. So yeah, you're able to you draw up something and you bring it out of the page or whatever, and you all kind of look at it. They all kind of nod. Mordecai's, yeah, that's pretty darn close. Pretty darn close.
All right, correct. All right.
I think the more pressing question is, how do we beat Rash?
Yeah.
There's a moment of there's like a brief moment of silence where everybody thinks to themselves, like, well, okay, yeah, right, that is the question. And you all look at each other, okay, and then you speak up, Zorro.
I think the easiest way to beat him would simply be to deprive him of either one of these two objects. Actually, technically three: the scientist, the generator, or Rupert. Preferably all three of the above.
Vincent, the guy with the Frostfang token, he speaks up. He's like, all right, grand plan, but how do we accomplish that? Obviously, they're all together. You guys say you have a pretty good idea of where he could be, but we can't just go knocking and ask for it.
No, we send in bait first, of course.
They're like bait.
Remember what I said earlier? We have an ally. Just so happens to have a good force of fighting men to back him up.
So Vincent's like, you're talking about Commander Sterling?
That would be he.
Oh, I don't know if he'll fall for something like that.
Who said he's going to fall for it? We simply tell him our suspicions and see where he takes it.
I think another question that bears asking is, if we do manage to get one or all of these objects away from Rash, what's to stop him from simply killing us and taking it back?
You all kind of look at each other again.
The rest of us.
You see the prophet here. His name is Amon. He speaks up. He's like, well, if he wanted us dead, he could have done it at any time.
It's not that
Even
he wants
now.
us dead, it's that he wants us strong, and if we're not strong enough to stop him, then what need has he for us? If we can't stop him here, then he's just going to travel to a different timeline and try with other versions of ourselves.
He's like, and why is that, I wonder? Amon says.
Oh, did he not give you all the spiel about what's going to happen in 10 or so years?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, yeah, he told us, but we're still trying to fathom as to why we are so important. I mean, I understand that in his timeline, we were all a team. We fought together. We were friends, colleagues. But it could be anybody that he goes and attempts to do this with. Why does it constantly have to be us?
Well, we could assume that he has some grander purpose in mind, or it could simply be that he is human and we are familiar faces.
I'd bank on that one. You know, they say people are creatures of habit.
So then the question asks, so this is Vincent talking. He's like, so the question asks then, so say we are able to, deprive him of one of these three things that he needs. Is that what he wants? Like to stop his timeline? Does that mean we win?
No, that means we stop the immediate threat. We still have the long-term game to worry about.
Well, yes, that I understand, but with Rash, if we're able to interrupt his plan before the time runs out, so to speak, Does that mean that we complete his plan? What does he do then? Does he just leave?
If we
Sorry, go ahead, Shadow.
if we operate on the assumption that he's trying to make us stronger for what's to come, which was a foe that even he was not powerful enough to defeat, if we are not powerful enough to defeat him, then wouldn't that count as failure?
They kind of lean back. Yeah, I see
We're
where you're
strong
going.
enough to stop them now. We should be strong enough to stop them later.
But that's several years down the line of when these aliens or whatever he calls them arrive.
Although this feels like more like he's playing a game to see what we'll do, regardless if he's actually going to go through with this plan.
That's true.
Okay.
I mean, he says he's only seen 7 timelines, but how do we know that he's telling the truth? Maybe we're simply acting out something that he's already seen.
There's a moment of silence at the table where you guys all kind of contemplate that.
Yeah. And if we are just playing along in some grand game of his, yes, we might as well continue playing it for a little bit longer.
Every game has rules that can be broken.
Or at least bent, says Mordecai.
So,
We ourselves
question.
already bend the rules.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character. Is the summoning circle thing still there? Is it like smoking or something?
It kind of like etched into the floor.
So I'm gonna look at that, and then I'll look.
Yeah, I'm getting one of the papers out of one of like the bins, and I'm drawing this thing out.
Well, I will lean forward, Kai, and I'll say, how quickly can you do that?
Oh, he's like, well, it doesn't. He kind of smiles. It doesn't work that way. I can't create it here and go somewhere else. I use it from my sanctum, is where the original sigil is, and I'm able to basically cast spells. He puts quote unquote in the air. That I'm able to then use. Like I can teleport a group of people with it to distant locations.
But if you can't go back,
Really biting his tongue.
Oh, that's a neat trick. I think I might use that.
can you go back to your sanctum with the circle that's here?
No, unfortunately, we're gonna have to walk.
So, is anyone in your party capable of getting 2 people away from somewhere quickly?
They kind of look at each other. Mordecai says, I have limited spatial teleportation. I can teleport myself and a quantity of mass a certain distance. Nothing large, though. Let me actually look at his character right quick.
So what if you got close enough to grab a chunk of this generator and just teleport it away?
He's like, I mean, like, I could. I mean, that could be an option, but that means I have to get extreme close proximity. And who knows what kind of defenses he's going to have.
That could also cause a massive explosion that kills all of us and levels a large portion of the city.
Which is true. And who knows how many other superpowered individuals he's either turned to his cause or has influence over.
So do we want a two-pronged attack where we try to keep Rash at bay while someone disables the machine and rescues the hostages? Or do we want to put all of our eggs in one basket?
I say we go for a three-way attack. One team goes after the generator, one team the scientist, and another team Rupert.
All right.
That way, if one of the three succeeds, we're in better shape than none of us succeeding.
It might also be worth having the scientist disable the machine.
Precisely, indeed. We can send the SPD in after one of the objectives, and each of us goes after the other, one of the other two.
All right.
Like the other group of guys they all kind of look at each other on the table. They're like, yeah, I mean that would work, obviously, because we may not have the know-how. This is Punch Drunk talking, the guy with the mechanical arms. He's like, I'm pretty savvy with tech. If I get a few minutes with the generator, I might be able to come up with a way to shut it off if we're not able to get the scientist, or if she's being controlled somehow and unwilling to assist. But it will take me several minutes.
And we're known to Rupert, so he's more likely to be able. We're more likely to be able to work with him and get him to trust us quicker for a faster exit.
So who here is best suited for fighting, and who is willing to die if it comes to that?
With that being said, now there's like a big moment of silence around the table while everybody's kind of soaking that in. Everybody seems a little, thinking to themselves.
Yeah. I kind of cut my eyes at Shadow Dragon, glance over at Amanda's like, let's hope it doesn't come to that. But I'm good from the fight.
Yeah.
She seems surprisingly calm. She's just kind of like looking around, smiling and nodding as you guys are talking.
Almost too calm.
Yeah, maybe it's shock. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm starting to have my suspicions at this point.
Well, hopefully I've learned how to take punches better by this point. But who knows?
I speak, so I'm like, I don't know if punches are going to be the worst that we would suffer. But as long as you're able to defend yourself.
Yeah.
I am going to look at Zorro, like give him this knowing look that, like only two people who have fought beside each other would understand. And then I am going to put Amanda in a chokehold.
The fuck?
Well,
all right, Zorro. So let's roll some insight then. Let's see if you understand what he's trying to say before he does it. Okay, so he's nodding at you, and you're like, all right, okay. And then he just kind of reaches over and like grabs Amanda and chokehold. She's like, ow!
I'm going to say, who are you, really?
She's like,
I'm not choking her that hard. Come on.
She's like, I don't know. She's like, what are you talking about? I don't know. She starts to cry.
I'm sorry. For someone who is a perfectly normal person, even someone who understands and accepts that people like us exist, you are entirely too calm. And at the mention of me saying I'm willing to fight and die, you had no reaction? No. That is not Amanda.
So the other four guys, they all kind of like stand up and step back when this goes on. Like they are like in fighting ready positions.
Oh yeah, I'm rolling the shoulders and cracking the knuckles.
okay. Just pick up a couple. Well,
So, like, as you're... Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Well-
As we're doing this,
this is not how I expected this meeting to end. But okay. Guess we're doing this now.
Interrogation of what may become the ex-girlfriend.
So as you're wrestling around like her, she does end up dropping her purse, and a bunch of stuff comes rolling out of her purse.
What the hell?
So you see that she's got there's several like prescription drugs, not in her name, for opioids.
What the fuck? Actually. Shadow, loosen up just a little bit, but be careful.
I do so.
Time to start talking.
She's like holding on to Shadow's arm. She's like, "What the whole idea of the world coming to an end? I couldn't take it. I went with some friends. One of them had had some of those drugs, and we were just like, I couldn't help myself but take them, and it dulls everything." As she's like sobbing, her makeup is running down her face.
You realize I am very disappointed, right?
She's like, "I know, but it just look at it from my point of view. I know, I'm just a regular person. I can't do anything to make any difference."
How little you value yourself.
James, is she telling the truth? Has she been tampered with by the man in the suit?
So he looks over. He reads his mind. He's like, "Yeah, she's telling the truth."
I let her go.
She just kind of like puts her head down on the table. She's like sobbing.
You say you can't do anything about the end of the world and you can make no difference, but yet you fail to realize the difference that you can make is in the person that you're speaking with right now.
She looks up. Her eyes are all red. Mascara's all running. She looks like a hot mess. She's like, "I know. I couldn't help myself when I took the first ones. It just dulled all the anxiety and the stress, and I just."
And why couldn't you simply just talk with me?
She's like, "I don't know." She's kind of like sobbing incoherently now. So the four guys that came, they've kind of like relaxed themselves. They're like, "Do you guys need a moment?"
No, but somebody's definitely going to some therapy when this is over.
I'm gonna look at one of the prescription bottles. Is the name anyone that I recognize, like anyone that we've dealt with recently?
No, it's like I don't know. It's just like it's one of her friends, like Barbara something or whatever, you know.
Oh, make note of that. That is definitely getting a note
Jeez.
made of.
Yeah, Zora, you know this friend.
Oh, this bitch is going to get burned. All right. I'm going to look to the other four guys and goes, "No, we're good, but there's going to be some stuff that has to get handled real quick."
It's like they're like, "All right, do you want us to come back?"
How can we get in touch with you without going through someone else's phones?
Mordecai will put a piece of paper. He'll folds it, gives it to you. it's there's a couple of phone numbers on there. He's like, the top one's mine. The second one is my friend Punch Drunk's here.
All right.
So we're gonna go back to my place. And we're gonna think over a plan, and then we'll be in touch a little later, and then we can kind of hammer out the details, I guess.
Sounds like a plan. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my phone and do a quick bulk text to both of the two numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So now they've got my number as well.
Okay. So they all just kind of like walk out of they leave the warehouse.
Shadow,
There's Joe there.
I'm glad you picked up on the same things I was picking up on.
I put my hand on like Zoro's shoulder and I say, at this point, I almost wish that we had been right about brainwashing.
Jeez.
This is a lot worse.
And I'm gonna like give them some space.
Well, as he's backing out, I'm going to start pull up my smartphone, go online,
Yeah,
start looking up
yeah.
local rehab centers.
Cassie's just gonna kind of like wander over here.
Yeah, great.
And also a good shrink.
So you're just like over there, you're Googling.
And while I'm doing this, I'm talking, letting her know exactly what I'm doing.
She's like, but it was just a few. There's only a few more pills left, and like when you shake the bottle, there's probably only maybe 2 or 3 left in there.
Yes, but addiction lasts a lot longer than 2 pills.
She's like, but I've only had 3. I'll be okay after this. I swear. I promise. You gotta believe me.
I want to. However, I have seen drugs in use before. And you may say one thing now, but unfortunately, when the desire takes over again, you may not have the same willpower. I would rather make sure you're good.
She's like, okay. Can we go?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we are pressed for time and because this is not the sort of decision or conversation you should make hastily, maybe it would be best to have her stay with Amy while we finish our business with Rash.
Alright.
That was what I was going to ask as well. Would Amy be willing to do this for me?
At that point, she walks in.
Probably.
She's like, somebody called.
She was watching the meeting from the shadows the whole
Like
time.
the summoning circle goes off again. She's just, it's like, oh, I took the wrong door.
My nose was twitching. Was that you?
Her nose is twitching and her ears are burning.
No, you guys wait a moment for it to like spring out of nowhere, but she doesn't show up.
She most likely would. She
Would-
helped me when I was in a similar situation.
All right, we can do that. Let me find her. Let me go get her. We'll copy. All right then. So how about she arrive in all of her grandeur?
How would she arrive?
I think they said it best. She would probably literally just step out of the shadows, but like in an unassuming manner, almost as if she had just walked through the front door.
So I'm thinking like over here. If you look over here, there's like this stack of crates and stuff, right? It's all kind of dark over there. She just kind of just. Oh shit!
Holy crap!
It's an ambush!
I don't understand why that did that. I told it to copy her. I told it to copy her.
Quick, get
Maybe.
everyone, combat positions.
Yeah. Yep. You guys are screwed now. What the hell?
We'll teach you to lay hands on women.
Wow, this is all screwed up. It put them like it copied those guys to like 3 different maps.
Amazing.
Okay, I think I hit paste instead of copy. I'm an idiot. All right, so yeah, so that are these. So she. Oh, we're gonna try it now. Let's try it now. Okay, there she goes.
Hey!
So you just look behind and you hear footsteps and a cane. She just is like there's like the shadow in that corner of the wall. She just comes like walking out of it like she's coming out of the just like coming out of the door. It's like you rang.
You have got the best hearing in the galaxy.
Jeez.
She taps the cane. She's like, "Oh, thank you. You're so kind, young man."
Master, I need another favor.
She's like, "Oh, another favor. All right. What is it this time?"
I will let Zorro explain.
In all honesty, with deference to to your disciple here, it is actually I that needs the favor. And I will show her the bottle and look over to Amy or to Amanda. My woman here has been having some anxiety issues over the current events. She is in need of some looking after and probably a good ear worth to bend. Would you be willing to assist us in this?
She takes the bottle from you. She shakes it. She opens it. She looks inside. Puts the cap back on. Steps over next to Amanda sitting there. Puts a hand on her shoulder. "Yes, my friend, I would be more than willing to help you in this. Isn't that right, dear? We'll take good care of you."
I will do the awkward bow. Thank you.
Amateur.
Flip shadow the bird behind my back.
You're just like, get the just like, "Well, come on, dear. We don't have much time, right?" She kind of smiles as she takes the girl by the hand in the cane. She goes, then they go walking off into the corner over here. Then they just kind of go like walking into the shadow there. Amanda's like, wait, there's not a door here. And then like her voice kind of trails off as they go into the shadows and they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And now I really am itching for a good fight.
Kasi comes back over, he sits back down, he's like, "Man, I thought I had it bad with mine. No disrespect, my friend, of course. This is serious business, but at least my girlfriend, I can,
Hey, yours seems to at least be keeping a semi-level head on this one.
Surprisingly. All right, so what do you guys do next? Looks like Shadow had to run off to the restroom right quick.
Yep.
But what's going to be the next plan?
Yeah. I was going to recreate the summoning circle, and I realized that doing all that stuff with teleports like super expensive. For long range, short range, no problem. Long range is like no.
Yeah. Like player knowledge wise, his sanctum is pretty well kitted out. Story wise, so he's able to use certain big effects like that. It's only one way, but they can be kind of taxing as well. So
yeah, teleports it gets very expensive really quickly. It looks like.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to teleport yourself, I mean, it's not too bad. But if you want to start teleporting you, other people, because you have to improve like increased mass or whatever it is.
Or you could just portal, but that's still pretty pricey at another +2 per rank.
Yep.
Basically doubling how much it costs.
Yeah, because teleport starts 2 base, 2 points per. You take increased mass, an extra 1 point per rank.
Time to throw it in an array.
Yeah, and I have my base stuff is my variable base is I have a 15-point window to play with. That does not get me anywhere.
Probably about what, 30 feet?
Teleporting plus portal, that would get me. I think. What is that, like? Close to. No,
Let's see.
I think 5 ranks, maybe. Or is that 4 ranks?
Let's see.
Yeah, it's 4 ranks.
And then you look at distance, so 4 ranks of it would be like, what, 500 feet? Yeah, 500 feet.
Does not get you where you want to go. Unless you keep making portals. You jump through portals and then you make another portal.
I mean, but you can also take like the extended extra. You can take 2 move actions to make an extended teleport. When the distance equal to your effect.
It costs even more, which means I wouldn't be able to get up to that. Then it'd go down to 3 ranks.
Yeah, but then you're also dazed and vulnerable for 1 round after. Then you would take easy, but that was just a flat +1 cost for another 1. So would that be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 points? Is that where we're thinking at?
Yeah. I need to like add another thing into my support category so I don't have to rely on variable for everything. Because variables are nice, but also you can't really make a lot of big things.
Yeah.
Like a summon, for example. I do want to get a summon, but it's like, can't really do that with variable very well.
All right, so now everybody's back.
Yeah.
So, Amy and Amanda are gone. It's just the 4 of you guys left in here. What do you guys do now?
About what time is it, like, in-game?
Probably, I don't know, like I said, probably a little afternoon. Maybe now going on like 1:30 or something like that. In the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, like out of character, I don't feel like our plan is going to get much more elegant than what we already have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of the opinion that we need to just, get down to business and take the fight to Rash, really.
Okay.
We also do need to kind of clue, our erstwhile ally of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sterling?
Yep.
Okay. So you're gonna try to get in contact with him. And then I'm assuming you're gonna let the other group know. And then just, between you guys and then kind of finish, hash out the rest. Basically kind of what I'm looking for is really like player wise like a 2-prong attack, right? So something that you guys will do and then something that they will do on their session. Just to make things as easy as possible. Because if we try 3 ways splitting between 2 groups, I don't know how I'll be able to run that, you know what I mean? With everybody's varied schedules.
Well, what I was thinking is, we could do the 2 groups individually, which is cool. And you just decide whether or not the Sterling mission succeeds one way or the other. We're only sending him after the scientist.
Okay. So the plan is so Sterling, you're gonna try to get Sterling and some of his goons to come assist you, right? And tell them, hey, we got an idea where that kidnapped scientist of yours is. So which is probably gonna be some pretty good bait for him to want to get this person back. And then you guys are gonna go after what?
We're probably going to go after Rupert, I think the plan is.
Okay. And then they're going to go after either disable or do something with the generator to make it stop.
Yep, I think that's the gist of the plan.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. All right. So how do you go about getting a hold of Sterling? Same way. Call
Didn't he
the.
give me a number for him?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, we'll say he did. If I didn't say that he did, he did.
He did
He
by
did.
GM Fiat.
Yeah, not this like cell phone, of course. No. You guys aren't buds. You're
Oh
not
hell,
bros.
no.
It's to his desk. It's to his desk.
Well, let's give him a buzz.
Okay, so you give him a call. Unfortunately, it goes to voicemail. Yeah, I mean you have to expected that. So what kind of message do you leave on the machine?
We've got a possible location for your missing scientist. Give me a call back at the number I gave you. I'll be
Okay.
waiting.
All right. Now, who's going to contact Group B, Friday's group?
I'll do it if nobody else wants to.
Okay. And then, oh yeah, you guys didn't get to tell them where the location was that you narrowed down.
Yeah, so I'll give them the address and I'll kind of just outline, what we're thinking of doing. We can't really have a more coherent plan because there's so many unknowns at the moment.
Okay. All right, so yeah, so you'll make the call. You're not calling Mordecai. He answers. He's like, "Hello."
This is Shadow Dragon.
He's like, "Oh, greetings." So what do you guys come up with?
Well, we feel like it would be a good idea if you all went after the device, and if we focused on getting Rupert out of there. We'll let Sterling and his team worry about saving the scientist for now.
All right, sounds good enough. So you guys will pass some information, the address and all that stuff. When do you guys plan to, or when do you guys set up a time to go?
Out of character, do we want to do it right now?
Or also, think maybe is there anything else your characters would want to get done, so to speak?
Got to do those side quests.
Yeah, the side quest, baby. Because once you go past this, I mean, we phase and we can't get back.
Yeah, once you zone, you don't go back.
Think about character-wise. Anybody that maybe your characters will want to call or talk to, be like, hey, obviously maybe not tell them, hey, the world's going to end soon if I don't do something about it, so I'm not going to try to stop it. If it goes south, we tried, or just be like, hey, call grandma or whatever. Hey, hey,
Actually,
grandma, how you doing?
I'm going to call mom and dad. The two people that I know I can tell the world is ending. And they'll be like, oh, shit, okay. Yeah, I'm going to go fight it. All right.
Like, good job, my son. So maybe like 2 hours you guys will meet down in the area where you believe
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna phone into work.
Calling sick.
No. Be like, I know it's been a couple days. Thanks for the days off. I'm gonna be getting back to work soon. If everything works out the way I'm planning it, I have a brand new story I want to run by you. But I'm gonna need like another day to work on it.
They're like, all right, new stuff. Okay, we like new stuff. Yeah, all right. Take the day. Bring in something awesome.
Yeah.
So basically, maybe like we'll also have to wait for Sterling to call you back as well because you don't want to just go in without him, right? I'm assuming.
Sorry, say that one more time. You kind of cut out.
So what about Sterling? You're gonna wait for him to call you back, Commander Sterling?
Yeah, I was thinking we could just like hang out near the location until he rolls in.
Okay. So maybe like game time. A couple of hours go by. People can do whatever they want beforehand. Get their shit together, so to speak. Get mentally focused. You'll end up getting a hold of Sterling. Will call Zorro back, explain the plan. He says he'll meet you all there in the area, and then you guys go from there.
Yeah, make sure he understands there's a possibility of having multiple supers on site that are not necessarily part of Team Good Guy.
He says that he'll come prepared.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, that's really where we have to stop for the day. So because then that'll give me next week is going to be the finale. It's gonna go down.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna see all your plotting and scheming and see the culmination of all of this will come together, and we'll see how well you guys do. I'm kind of excited to see how it ends. I have some really cool epilogue stuff too. So
we all die of pneumonia.
Yeah, you've all died of dysentery.
And the world exploded. The end.
No, it's just going to be some stuff that maybe I'll be setting up. Maybe pick the game back up at a later date, like a season 2 kind of thing or something. But
yeah.
Oh heck
kind of cool. I mean, I hope it'll be cool. Hope people like it. But
Yeah.
all right, guys.
Hey,
Well,
you haven't let us down yet.
Oh, thank you for the votes of confidence. I do appreciate it. What is everybody's PowerPoint total at right now?
120.
120.
Yep.
Hold on. So I'll give you guys 10.
Can we actually spend them?
No, you cannot.
Rip.
Here are these points that don't actually mean anything. Because the next time's the finale.
Well, so basically at the end of the finale, I'm probably going to give you enough to get you to the next level. So if we pick it back up again, you guys will be level 9, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
I know, it sucks. Yeah, I know. But giving you a whole level, like, I'm gonna make you work on it. I mean, it might end up being for not if you guys fail. Maybe the world just ends and you're just like, Well, all right, gamers. So there was the session before the finale. So next week, next game is going to be the finale of the campaign. We're going to see how their plans are going to work out, because they're kind of at that point now where they want to take the fight to Rash, which is kind of where we kind of had to leave off, because I want to save the whole finale for next time. Some things to think about. So what's up with Amanda, Zorro's girlfriend? Like, she's acting super weird, right? Yeah. So like, what's with that? That's kind of out of the blue. Is that going to be important to the story? We don't know. I know, but you're going to have to continue to watch to find out. So I hope you all enjoyed that, and hope you've all enjoyed it up to this point. I've enjoyed running it for these players. I've enjoyed producing it for you. So if you do like it, hit the like button to help get it out there. To support the channel, also hit the subscribe button as well, so you can get updates when I upload new stuff. Like I've said before, once I'm done with this campaign, get all of it edited and all of it uploaded, I'm going to go back to my normal schedule. I do want to be running another game after this. Maybe not immediately after, but shortly after, I want to start up another game. I'm not quite sure what game system I would like to run. I do a lot of work with Mutants and Masterminds, but I do kind of like to branch out as well. Maybe in the comments below, what would you like to see played? Honestly, I've been watching a lot of Naruto, trying to get caught up. And running a Naruto game would be a lot of fun. I've run one before for my personal game group, and they really enjoyed what I did for them. So that could be on the table. There's some new games out there. We could do another Mutants and Masterminds. But just put that in the comments, maybe what you would like to see. Also, if you're ever interested in being a member of one of the groups of one of my games, make sure you click in the link, join the Discord. and just put in your interest in running a game. Plus, all information about upcoming games that I will be running will be put over there as well. So that will be where you want to look to get that information. So, I want to say until I see you again in the dungeon, I'm Brian, your game master, and happy gaming.